Welcome back, everybody. Derrick Sue, your East Oakland advocate. Well, Mayor Sheng Thao has not given an audience to the Homeless Advocacy Working Group, HOG. And what HOG does, we work with the homeless. We are a group of Oakland residents, businesses, and concerned citizens. And we've been trying to get an audience with Mayor Sheng Thao since she took office, and she has avoided us, and she actually refuses to even speak to any of her leaders. Uh, we've invited her to several HOG meetings over the past year, and she has turned down every one. And our homeless situation continues to grow, and it continues to embarrass the city of Oakland. There are solutions that have been approved by HOG, but yet they have not been implemented because the current mayor doesn't want to hear them and doesn't want to talk to us. And in terms of the homeless situation, she has done nothing. Literally, she has done nothing. She's been too busy with all of the other issues here in the city of Oakland, the crime. But then also, here's the thing about the homeless issue. There are a lot of homeless people that have gone inside. And by continuing to allow these illegal encampments throughout Oakland and not addressing them, which is what she's doing, she's addressing it by avoidance. That's how she's handling the homeless situation here in Oakland, because you don't hear anything coming out of her mouth about, well, we're working on programs, we're working on shelters. Nothing. There's absolutely nothing. And then here in the HOG meetings, we have had nothing but controversy over a provider, namely Urban Alchemy. Urban Alchemy has several sites throughout the Bay Area. Oakland is one of them. And in the Oakland site, which is here on 66th Avenue, they oversee the RVs and trailers. It's in the 796 66th Avenue. And it used to be the return center for El Monte RV rentals. And so it's all set up there. There's supposed to be 156 vehicles, 154, 156 vehicles. And so we just crammed a whole lot of people into a very tight space. That's what they've done. And there's been a lot of fights and arguments. There's even been fires over there. There's been food issues over at the site. So Urban Alchemy, it is a problem. And we need to talk to the city of Oakland, the city council members, and also the mayor about doing something about Urban Alchemy, because this is not a good situation for the homeless over there. A bad situation made worse. A lot of people were saying it was better living on the streets than living in that safe RV park. So that's how bad it's gotten. And again, Mayor Sheng Thao, she was elected to do your work. And your work says you want something to be done with the homeless. And she has done nothing. Literally, Sheng Thao has done nothing for the homeless. She's too busy putting out all the other major fires, such as the criminals that have overtaken Oakland. And it's a mess because Sheng Thao, has no experience at being a CEO or a CFO of any corporation or agency. So she was the least qualified. And Oakland, you picked the dumbest of the dumb in terms of to be your mayor. And she was the least qualified out of all 16 candidates that we originally started with. She was the absolute weakest. But yet you elected her, and she shouldn't have even been on the ballot to begin with, because on the final filing date, the cutoff was at 5 p.m., but because crooked Oakland politics, they stamped her paperwork before 5 o'clock, but didn't process her until after 6:30, which is illegal. That is a violation, and everybody in that political office should have been terminated for violating public ethics. And they're called the Public Ethics Commission, and they have no ethics. They're crooked as can be, and they're asking for more money to bring more crooked people into the commission, and they don't know what they're doing. That's the problem, and that's the problem that Oakland, keeps putting back in place. You keep putting the dumbest back in positions of high importance here in Oakland, and we need to change that. Not so much because you liked a person, but because of their credentials and what they bring to the table. Sheng Thao offered nothing. She brought nothing to the table. Lauren Taylor, second place runner-up, he brought nothing to the table. So we wouldn't have been in any better situation with Lauren Taylor. So again, we had the dumbest of the dumb taking the 2 top spots in the ranked choice voting. And ranked choice voting is all crooked to begin with, and there's even talks right now of throwing ranked choice voting out, which I agree with. That should not be in place. Ranked choice voting, it was a good idea, but also we see that there are a tremendous amount of flaws. There's special programming for the voting machines for each ranked choice voting, because there could be 3 candidates, there could be 5 candidates, there could be 15 candidates. But yet, the way that ranked choice voting in the that got Mayor Sheng Thao elected, and even Alameda County Registrar of Voters said they made mistakes and that the vote was incorrect. However, Sheng Thao was the ranked choice voting winner based upon the wrong algorithms that were placed into the voting. Because number one, they didn't have 5, because there were supposed to be 5 choices, and they didn't have that. They only had 3. Yeah, 3. And then the algorithm was that Alameda County Registrar of Voters used. They came out in court and said, yes, we used the wrong algorithm. And who knows what the outcome would have been if the correct algorithm had been put in place and 5 ranked choice votes were in place rather than the 3, because there were 5 candidates up for election, and all 5 should have had an equal shot. But in fact, because the election was flawed, only 3 made it. And so two of the weakest, and then number 3, the 3rd place candidate, was a retread that got us into the trouble that Oakland is into, and that's Ignacio de la Fuente. He was the 3rd worst choice. Oakland, you got to do better. You picked the 3 worst candidates to be your mayor. 3 worst candidates. One, Sheng Thao has no experience at being a CEO or a CFO of anything, so she has no ideas and no education and no experience. Lauren Taylor, he has a little bit of experience at middle management, but not upper management. This is upper management, so he has no executive experience. Oakland, you got to do better. You got to vote better. You need to look at the choices that are before you. Even if they're not what you want, it may be what the city needs. So that's what's going on today, and we'll be right back.